Hi there, everybody. I'm excited to be back. I know I did try to come back a few months ago and just couldn't get it in my schedule. So I'm, dedicated and disciplined to come back now. And I'm starting off with the overview of the planets. And I want to thank you all for your well wishes. I'm excited to be delivering the August horoscopes, and I'm excited to announce my new site. So it's the same address, jenniferangel.com. It's a content site, so you still get your daily, weekly, monthly horoscopes, and an e-commerce site with more products added every week. There's a couple of free offers on there right now, so go ahead and have a look at those. I do hope you enjoy it. I do have a 50% off all my personal readings and business consultation and chart readings. It's a 2-day sale, of which I'm halfway through, so I'm going to extend it through to midnight on the 1st of August. So I'd love to see you take advantage of that. A chart reading especially is such an experience, and it's 50% off now. So it's a 2-hour session. The chart reading takes a little bit of time for me to prep as well. Okay, let's get into it. So August, the 2019 monthly planetary overview. This is a great month. It's really a bit of an unpredictable month, but there's plenty of opportunities. So you want to be positive and optimistic. And as in July, we had some squares with Uranus in July. Now with the Sun and Mars particularly, have moved forward, and so now the gap is larger, so it becomes a trine. In fact, we've got a lot of trines in August. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably more, but that's just at a close look. So the trines are like easy passage. So if things sort of broke down for you a bit in August, then now that sort of creates the space and opens up for better things to happen, and the path of least resistance can open up for you. So that's good news. All right, so I'm just going to go through the report, which I'm going to be putting up on the website probably later today or tomorrow. And so for the close of July, as Uranus is in Taurus, the planet of unpredictability, challenges the Sun in Leo on Monday the 29th. Okay, so that was yesterday. I'm recording this on the 30th. A clash of these two fixed signs, which are powerful energy, can cause stubbornness and power play. So watch out. So this square planetary aspect can certainly be challenging, but it can move you out of a space that's not been good for you and literally just transport you to a better space where you can move forward. So that's the good news. Always that silver lining, hey? Thankfully, the new moon in Leo on the 31st, that's going to really brighten things up right at the end of July, along with a positive connection and beneficial and fortuitous connection with Jupiter. So, we like that. During this time, and as always, be aware to banish negative and self-limiting thoughts. The Jupiter energy likes you to be positive and uplifting, have that optimistic sort of outlook. So the self-limiting thoughts are what sort of holds you back and what holds you stuck. So as soon as you get, a negative thought into your mind, just banish it immediately and change it. So positive thinking is a habit. So you want to recognize it and then immediately change it. Replace with a positive, something that, makes your heart sing, something that gives you joy. So you be careful of your inner self-talk over this time, because that can either propel you forward to a more enlightened existence in the future, or as I said, it can hold you back. Now, on this same day, the 31st, which is tomorrow, communication planet Mercury will come out of retrograde. Yay! So it feels like it's been in retrograde, forever, pretty well all of July. So this is going to be all systems go in for August, and you can put plans into place that you made in July. For this week, try to put off signing any documents. It can be, when the planet, and particularly Mercury, goes in and out of retrograde, stationary direct, or stationary retrograde, then things can get a little bit mixed up. Energy can get a little bit sort of intense or confusing. So, make allowances for yourself and other people around you, of course. Now, let's have a look at the first week, August the 1st to August the 4th, okay, end of that week, short first week in August. So the month will commence while you're still basking in the glow of the new moon, so that's nice, and the abundant Jupiter influence. This is followed by a conjunction, which is like a connection. They're at the same degree, right on top of each other, between the moon and Mars. So this energy literally intensifies with the Mars and the moon. The combined energy will highlight how you feel about recent events while still providing an opportunity to come to terms with your next move. Okay, so it helps you really get in touch with where you are, where you want to be, and how you're going to push forward to make that happen. The next day on August the 2nd, Uranus and Venus will clash, all right? So, and there can be some incidents you may not be able to avoid, especially if it concerns money or love, okay, finances or relationships. On a positive note, as Mercury is now out of retrograde and begins its journey back through Cancer to Leo, life continues to move ahead with a little less friction and less confusion. Venus is also highlighted on the 2nd as it squares Uranus, focuses your attention on love and money. So pay attention to what happens next, and prepare to make a course adjustment if necessary, okay? And as the moon will enter Libra on the 3rd, then relations between you and others can start to settle down and become, much more harmonious during this time. All right, so on to week 2, August the 5th to August the 11th. This week, lucky and abundant Jupiter radiates favorable and abundant energy to move ahead with your inner heart, dreams, goals, and desires. Yay! Okay, Wednesday the 7th, the Sun will interact with Jupiter. This is one of the most positive planetary aspects of the year. Venus will also interact with Jupiter on the very next day. This is my favorite aspect. So August the 8th. So this is a hugely harmonious time and abundant time, really, in this second week. So things can open up, head your way. What you want to do is be ready to receive. And, a great affirmation to say there is, I am open to receive. And, if you get up every morning sort of saying that and go to sleep at night saying that, then that's going to help you just to do that, just to be open to receive more love, abundance, whatever it is that's important to you in your life. So the more positive you can be during this time, and during this week, always really, the stronger your energy and vibration for attraction will be, particularly when it concerns love or money. Sunday, August the 11th. So Jupiter, the planet of prosperous tidings, okay, comes out of retrograde transit, okay, and that's going to release any holds, restraints, or delays on projects or situations that you have in the works. So if you feel like things have been going, on the go slow, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back, that can sort of change when Jupiter comes out of that from the 11th. So, we're going into the next week. Okay, so Mercury, which is a creative energy and communicative energy, will change signs and move back into Leo now that it's, going forward. But you want to, and when Leo, there's always a message to be a team player, okay? And try not to hog the conversation. So, there's more to communication than talking. The other part of it is listening. And then, of course, understanding and feeding back. It's always a great idea to feed back to someone to make sure that you're both on the same page. So later this day, Uranus will commence its retrograde transit, okay, for the next 5 months. There's always something in retrograde, isn't there? I can't sort of get around that. It's the Mercury one, which I don't favor. I sort of try to stick to the rules on Mercury retrograde. So this can alleviate any chaos, disruption, and uncertainty in your life, so you can move forward with your work in a more and with the more positive Jupiter energy. So keep in mind, when a planet goes in or out of retrograde, it's during the time where it goes in and out, which is the most destructive. Once it gets in and it settles down, then life and the energy settles down, and it's a great time to sort of review, plan, get in touch with where you are, where you want to be, how you're going to get there, and make sort of changes in your life. So retrograde is not a bad thing by any means. Personally, I'm not overly keen on the Mercury one, but it has its benefits as well. Okay, so moving into week 3, August the 12th to the 18th. Early this week, on the 13th, the combined energy of the Sun and Venus brings a lot of light and happiness. And so you want to try and capitalize on this energy. And once again, it's important to have a positive and optimistic outlook. I always remember when one of my teachers, Dr. John DeMartini, and he always had a saying that what you think about, you bring about. So you want to be, most of the thought leaders and success coaches will tell you the same thing. So you want to sort of keep that in mind. What you think about, you bring about. So with that philosophy, you want to be thinking about what you want in your life, not what you don't want in your life, And, be careful that you're not like running old stories in your mind and telling your friends over and over again about something that you're not happy with, okay? You want to sort of tell them about something you are happy with, something that brings you joy and you're looking forward to. And the Jupiter energy is a great way to do that. Okay, so a few days later on the 15th, the Aquarius full moon brings opportunity. So you want to reach out to friends, associates, or even people that you don't know, as well as charitable groups come under this vibration. And the next day on the 16th, Mercury and Uranus are going to challenge each other. It's a fast transit. Just Mercury, moves along about the same speed as the Sun, very close to the Sun always. But it can bring a situation to a head, and it will allow you to release built-up tension and deal with it, okay? But what you want to do is just make sure that it's directed in the right area. In other words, don't lash out on the messenger, okay? And then on the 17th, the impulsive energy of Mars is calmed as it moves into the sign of Virgo. It's going to stay there for a 7-week stay, which is a little longer than normal. So it helps us sort of get very organized, reach out to people that we haven't seen for a while, see whether we can be of help, and just get more organized, as I said, so we can be more productive. So, I quite like that placement. However, it's not the best placement for Mars, but it does work, and certainly now we're coming into the second half of the year. We want to be as productive and organized as we possibly can. Okay, so week 4, August the 19th to the 25th. Midweek on the 21st, planet Venus, which is the love goddess and financial genius, will move into the detailed oriented sign of Virgo as well. Okay, so we're going to have Venus and Mars both there. Venus and Mars energy work very well together, particularly with love, and particularly with love, because Venus is the romantic side, Mars is the passionate side. When it comes to money, because Venus rules money as well, or one of the planets that rules money, Mars can be a little impulsive, not so much in the Virgo, so that's a nice balance there. So this will be a great time to review money matters. And on a personal note, be careful of becoming picky and demanding with relationships, okay? So especially romantic relationships. So Venus will stay in Virgo for 4 weeks. Now, of course, Virgo, the sun's also going to move into Virgo on August the 23rd, so this is going to make it a great time to focus on your health, great for beauty regimes, your overall well-being. And what I was going to say is that Virgo gets a bit of a hard deal textbook-wise about being sort of picky, let's say, a little bit pedantic about things, but I always think, and I've got a number of Virgo friends being a Capricorn, Virgos don't really pick on anyone unless they really like you. Otherwise they can't be bothered. And when they do, in their heart of hearts, they come from a great space. They really want to help you. So the only reason that they're appearing to be a little bit sort of picky is because they really believe in their heart that they can help you do something better. And most of the time, their advice is really, really worth listening to. So try not to be reactive on that, okay? Because there's a lot of Virgo coming up now over the next 4, 5, 6 weeks, all right? Now, August the 24th, the love duo planets, Venus and Mars, are going to meet up. They're meeting up in Virgo, so it does put a little more seriousness on relationships. So you want to try to avoid mishaps and instead focus on what's working in your relationships and rather than what's not working, especially when it's around love and money. Okay, so heading into week 5, August the 26th to 31st. So there are positive planetary aspects close to close the month of August. The start of the week on the 26th, Venus will interact with freedom-loving Uranus, and in a favorable way, so it can seem like a fateful outcome, which can just literally come out of the blue. So try not to prejudge what happens during this time. You want to wait to see how things turn out, because even if they don't appear to be going in the way that you want them to, you got to remember there's that silver lining and the blessing. So you want to just wait and sort of take a step back, look at a situation or person or whatever's happening as a spectator, sort of step out of the circle and look in and just wait to see what sort of happens before you put any judgment on it, okay? Good advice anytime, really, but it's highlighted during this time. Now, midweek on August the 28th, Mars will form a favorable aspect with Uranus. So Mars, as I said, Mars did square Uranus last month. Now it's going to trine Uranus because it's moved on, and now instead of being on 90 degrees, we're at 120 degrees. So it's a favorable aspect. However, these two are very strong-willed energy, so you want to be careful of stepping out of line, okay? Think about what you want to achieve. Think about the outcome and be a little strategic about how you want to be there, and always operate from your heart center, not a vindictive sort of actions have a habit of karmically coming back at you, okay? And good, favorable, positive, loving actions have a habit of karmically coming back on you as well, so you can make up your mind there. Okay, so be careful not to impulsively do something that you may later regret. This is not a good time to take unnecessary risks, so you want to think first. You want to work with this energy, not against it. Once again, look, is it the path of least resistance? How many roadblocks are you having? Is it an easy sort of path? Because the trine is an easy path. So you want to keep that in mind. If it's not easy for you, maybe it's not right. August the 29th, Mercury will enter Virgo. Yay! No, go Virgo. And Virgo is one of the signs that Mercury rules, the other one being Gemini. So it's very comfortable and at home here. And it will open doors for communication and creativity to take place over these next 3 weeks. And the Virgo new moon, right at the end of the month on the 30th, is going to interact with Uranus as well. So lots of surprises are possible and incidences that can happen that just push you forward to new experiences. So you can really be pushed out of your comfort zone this month, and in a good way. Okay, you can meet people in situations in a positive way and are working with you, for you, rather than against you. And moving into September, the unpredictable combined energy of Uranus and Mercury on the 1st of September can cause you to feel both unsettled and excited. It's like, wow, what's happening here? It's like that unknown, can make you feel unsettled, but there's a lot of excitement around it as well. So you want to expect the unexpected, because anything to do with Uranus can literally be unexpected. It's a time where anything can and probably will happen, and with the Virgo energy, it's a great time to plan and get organized. So make the most of this month in August and going into September to just forge ahead. Okay. All right, so love and luck to you. I hope you visit the site, my new site, and I look forward to seeing, how you like that. And I do have a special on at the moment. It's 50% off. It's a 2-day special, and we'll, take it through till the 1st of August now, so it's a great time to book a session. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and do the individual reports. Thanks so much for your patience and your love and understanding and all the beautiful messages, and hopefully I'm back now. I will make every effort to get the reports out monthly for you. Okay, bye.